I can't thank you enough, Marinette and Cat Noir. I'm finally free from the burden of the past that has been haunting me for so long.
As Miraculous Ladybug approaches its 6th season, a new arc comes with it, and fans consider the potential future waiting for their favorite characters. There are many possibilities that the series may take into consideration, but one of the fandom's favorites is the potential role of guardian that certain characters are capable of filling. After Ladybug and Cat Noir restore the Order of Guardians in Feast, they need to adapt to the modern world and begin training the next generation of Guardians to protect the Miracle Boxes restored to the world. In today's video, we're reviewing 5 characters who have the potential to become Guardians alongside Marinette, and what makes them the perfect candidates.
After the wish, all I could find was the double wedding ring, along with the miraculous that Monarch had turned into rings and Cat Noir's in mine.
Number 1. Luca. When considering who the next Guardian for a Miracle Box could be, the series has started to favor Luca for that role. Now that his romance with Marinette is over, the love triangle that spurred on his character must get replaced if Luca wants to remain a prevalent or significant part of the story. Luca's new character arc began in the episode Wishmaker, when he learns the secret identities of Ladybug and Cat Noir while working as Viperian. Luca keeps these secrets to himself for the remainder of the season and then some. In the time between his silence, Ephemeral premiered, and Luca helped Marinette save their universe because he knew she was Ladybug and that he could depend on Sass. In hindsight, Luca was the perfect candidate to learn the truth about Marinette and Adrien, something he proves in Migration. The episode follows Luca as he gives his friends and family relationship advice, operating under the knowledge that Marinette and Adrien are Paris's beloved heroes. He has no intention of giving up their secrets, until he's nearly akumatized by Monarch and needs to make tough calls. Luca decides to leave Paris and travel with his father, showing that he would abandon his entire life to protect Ladybug, Cat Noir, and their Miraculouses. When he returns in Recreation, fans are pleasantly surprised to see him wearing the traditional Guardian robes alongside Jagged Stone and Penny, as all 3 of them used Mira Kung Fu to defeat Monarch's akumatized army. Su-Han joins the family, and it's evident that he chose to train them in some elements of protecting the Miraculouses. These skills may be the first step in Luca's journey to become a Guardian. However, he proves that he would do anything to protect a Miracle Box, works well under pressure, and can keep a secret when necessary. Pair all this with his experience as a miraculous wielder, and he seems like the obvious choice for Su-Han's next apprentice.
Sass, Marinette sent me this. I think she wants me to go back to this exact moment, but she knows I can no longer do that.
You can't, but I can.
Number 2. Alia. Marinette may not be a traditional Guardian, but she takes the role seriously. Part of her duties is to play for every occasion, which includes choosing someone to be her successor if she can no longer protect the Chinese Miracle Box. When Marinette finds the courage to tell someone about her secret identity, it makes sense that she would choose Alia. After the truth comes out at the end of Gang of Secrets, Alia begins spending more time with Marinette, helping her sneak away to transform, manage the Kwamis, and decode the miraculous grimoire. Without hesitation, Alia begins learning everything Marinette learned from Master Fu, and then some. In Mr. Pigeon 72, Alia is the one who realizes that Ladybug has more powers than they initially thought, leading to the discovery of Ladybug's magical charms. She's also the 3rd miraculous wielder permitted to keep her Kwami full-time, elevating Rena Rouge's status in the French superhero team. Alia may not have undergone the traditional Guardian training, but she's already proven capable, strong, and wise. She outwits Shadow Moth and Scentabubbler by thinking on her feet and creating convincing illusions. Lying may not be the best skill for someone to depend on, but Alia knows the right time to make tough calls for the sake of the Miraculouses. When Tiki renounces her Miraculous from Marinette, Alia is her first choice to become the new wielder of the Ladybug Miraculous. Alia hesitates because of her relationship, but she decides to become Scarabella, making protecting Paris a higher priority. Alia falls into the role effortlessly, showcasing how she can adapt to any situation and make difficult decisions when necessary. Fantastic attributes for a Guardian.
Pretty sly, don't you think? Sly as a fox.
You're a true superhero.
You weren't so bad either, Pegabug.
Number 3. Sabine. When Master Fu explained his past to Marinette, it seems like the Guardians chose promising children to teach about their Miraculouses. However, times have changed over the past century, and the strict rules that the Order once abided by have changed. In Migration, Jagged Stone and Penny Rolling have taken on Guardian training with Su-Han, meaning that he saw potential in the rock star and his assistant. If the Guardians are considering adults to join them, then it's likely that other familiar faces from the series could join their ranks. A fantastic candidate from the older cast of characters is Sabine Chang, Marinette's beloved mother. Steady, fast, and dedicated to doing the right thing, Sabine has the same values that the Guardian Order appears to uphold. In Qi Lin, she exhibits her precision, adaptability, and agreeable nature throughout the episode. She is always prepared for Marinette's clumsiness, goes out of her way to help people in need, and renounces an Akuma, denying Shadow Moth any control over her.
Oh, come on, be careful, will you? Between you and your nonsense and him and his nonsense, it's all nonsense!
Number 4. Felix. The suggestion may appall fans. After all, Felix is responsible for Ladybug losing the Miraculouses in Strike Back. He's also made it difficult for others to trust him beyond betraying the heroes, as his first appearance in Felix resulted in him getting numerous people akumatized and stealing from his uncle. However, Felix is more than these interactions may suggest, and he has some serious character development throughout Season 5. Firstly, we learn that Felix views the Peacock Miraculous as something to only use on rare occasions. He also values the lives of every Sentimonster he creates. Secondly, Felix confirms the theory that he's a Sentimonster, which explains why he was so desperate to take the Peacock Miraculous from his uncle. It's not because he didn't care about the Miracle Box or the magical creatures within it. He was just trying to protect his own life, something that Gabriel threatens during their confrontation in Gabriel Agreste. Felix is a strategist at heart. Much like Lila, he always manages to be a few steps ahead of his enemies, a trait that the superheroes could use in a leader if they're going to face Lila as the new wielder of the Butterfly Miraculous. Felix also has experience in martial arts, skills that would help him in his guardian training. Yes, Felix may have a long way to go before he earns the trust of those around him, but he has plenty of potential.
It's so sad.
The reason we're doing this, Dusu, is because we're hoping for a happy ending.
Number 5. Jessica. After her brief appearance in Recreation, it became clear that the heroes from the Miraculous World specials could make their way to Paris in times of dire emergency. Jessica Keynes, the hero, Eagle, is the only known wielder from the Native American Miracle Box. She uses her Miraculous to free people from their limitations, like emotions of anxiety or stress that could be preventing someone from acting. Jessica has an extensive history with hero work, as before becoming a Miraculous wielder, she served as Night Owl's sidekick, Sparrow. The mother-daughter team carried on a generations-long tradition, carrying on the mantle of heroes who came before them. Like the Guardians, Jessica appears capable of valuing tradition, but she's also not afraid of trying new things or taking risks when necessary. So far, Jessica is the only one in direct contact with a Guardian besides Marinette and Luca. At the end of Miraculous World New York, she convinces her Guardian, Monk, to let her keep the Eagle Miraculous and establish a new team of superheroes in New York. Like how Master Fu chose Marinette to be his successor, Monk may do the same for Jessica, training her from the beginning to take over his Miracle Box when he's ready to retire.
Why don't you stay here? We could create a new generation of heroes together.
The Order of Guardians has maintained an important role in the Miraculous Ladybug story. Like Master Fu and Marinette, anyone who joins their ranks must be willing to do anything to protect the Miraculouses and their Kwamis. With more Miraculous boxes in the world, it's possible that these characters could find themselves with one in the future, becoming the successive line of defense against villains like Gabriel and Lila who would abuse the power of the Miraculouses and harm the world in the process. Fortunately, Ladybug has already chosen fantastic heroes to help her defend Paris. And any future Guardians, be they the characters in this list or something new, will be sure to do the same.
Thank you, Ladybug. Because of you, I won't have to run anymore.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
Don't worry, none of it can lead Hawkmoth to us.
And that same symbol is on this statue that arrived at the Louvre earlier this week.